Hey folks, what's going on? It's Brando Olenek here, coming to you from my home, and in this video I want to give you guys my take when it comes to actually getting a grant if you're a man, if you're a woman, alright, and you want to start a business. Because ultimately at the end of the day, when it comes to grants, there's a whole process that I think a lot of people don't take into account, and it is very attractive. I mean, I've done the whole application, and even when you're like a single parent or single mom, and you're wanting to do this and you just want to start a business to be your own boss and provide better for yourself, your family, have more peace of mind, quit your job. The process of filling out the application, of getting it reviewed, getting it approved, and then waiting, it can be a very long time. It can take 6 months, it can take 3 weeks, it can take 2 weeks, it can take 2 years to get a call back, even letting you know that you got accepted with a grant or you got declined. Alright, it can take you a very long time, which is why ultimately the best tip I can give you, just from my personal experience, is if you want to start a business, learn to start a business where you don't need to get a grant, because you're not taking on a crazy amount of overhead. Because if you learn to lower your overhead and create a higher profit margin, you can start a business for a couple $1,000s, couple $100s, and you don't have to go through that process of the waiting game, waiting to see if you get declined or accepted for a grant. And sometimes even if you do get accepted, it could be like $500 or $1,000, and that still might not even be enough for you to actually start up your business. So the best tip I can give you, honestly, start an internet-based business, online internet business. When I came across this a year and a half ago, guys, my whole world changed. I'd previously been trying to build like traditional business models and tried some different online and traditional mixed. Never worked out for me, made absolutely no money, was burnt out and frustrated. And it wasn't until I came across a person, because I was baking in a restaurant trying to build broken businesses for years, working like 50 hours a week. And because of that, when I came across a person who was actually building a business in a way in which online they didn't have employees, they didn't have equipment, they didn't have supplies, they're just working on their computer laptop, no crazy overhead. Because of that, I want you to imagine for a second how much profit they're actually making. A lot. And because they had a high profit margin and very little overhead, because they're just working on their laptop computer where they wanted to, whenever they wanted to, I began to model and copy them. And I realized that in order for them to create that income, that outcome that they had of a lifestyle where they could travel and make a 6-figure income, not put their daughter through daycare and she's only a year old, alright, having time freedom, location freedom. I know they worked their butt off, for lack of better words, in the beginning of the stages of their business, and they were able to get to that point. So I realized for me, to create a fraction of their results, I needed to bust my butt off in the very beginning. But they shared with me exactly what they're doing. They're willing to show me what they're doing. I began to model and copy them. And guys, I worked my butt off for 3 months straight. And if it took me longer than 3 months, I would have worked a year off my butt straight. And, in 3 months period of time, though, I was able to create a full-time income business, quit my job. And I haven't worked a job since September 12th of 2014. And I share all this to not tell you you're going to do the same, not to guarantee your results, because your results are based on your efforts when it comes to business. There's no guarantee if a system can get you results, if a business can get you results. The only thing that can guarantee you getting results in any business is yourself. The fact of the matter is, history is past, and there's been people who have succeeded in every business you could possibly imagine and businesses you want to start. The only way they're able to do that was a work ethic, and it's not if the business worked for them, it's if they worked the business. So I hope you get that, because that's a real mind shift, that when it happens, things can really start taking control in your life by you taking more control of it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, the best tip I can give you guys when it comes to grants and starting a business as a woman, from a man's perspective, and just even if I was a woman, the best tip I would give you, hands down, if you're having a face-to-face conversation, is before you take that route and wait, alright, learn to build a business in a leveraged way, and the internet is the best way to overcome that gap of, borrowing money or waiting to get a grant. I mean, it's just so hectic going down that road. So that's my tip. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you got questions, put them down below. And if you'd like to learn more information about how to use the same system I've been able to use to build a business and income on the internet, if you're coachable, you're trainable, and you're open to learning, connect with me on my site. I'll actually put a link down below to 123marketingtips.com. I'll personally connect with you guys there, and I'll see you guys at the top. Take care.